Hey everybody, my name's Eric and welcome to the JoeCast. This is my non-spoiler review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And wow, all I can say is wow, I have not had this much fun in a movie theater in I don't know how long. Everybody knows who's watched me on this channel how much I love Star Wars. The Force Awakens and Rogue One are really good films in my opinion. I really love them, and I love all the Star Wars movies, even the prequels. This movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, dare I say it, is better than any of the Star Wars movies that Disney have done, like The Force Awakens and Rogue One. And that is very hard for me to even say something like that because I'm such a Star Wars fan. This has got a lot of Star Wars in it. I mean, it's obviously Star Wars in Marvel. There's a lot of critics out there who say that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is not as good as the first film, and it doesn't have as much of a story. And I'll tell you right now, those critics are absolutely crazy, okay? This movie is far better, in my opinion, than the first film. And I love the first film as much as anybody. But, I mean, the story in this movie, I think, is better. I mean, the villain of this movie, I'm not going to get into spoilers here, so I'm not going to ruin who the villain is or what the story revolves around too much because it will just ruin it for you. But this movie, the story in it, it's very personal, very deep, and and even the jokes. I mean, the jokes in this movie, there's so. I mean, they ramped the comedy up in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 so much, it makes the first film look weak when it comes to laughter. This film has probably got over 50, 60 or more jokes in it. A lot of them are a bit more like sight gags, but the actual written jokes, they are so funny. They probably told, of the 50 or 60 they probably told in the movie, probably, 49 or 59 of them are hilarious and they hit. I almost wet myself. I was laughing so hard at a lot of these things. Baby Groot in this movie, he has one scene in particular, this is not much of a spoiler, but he goes to try to retrieve a headpiece for Yondu, and he constantly brings back the wrong item. I don't know why, but Baby Groot just had me in stitches. And that's just one example. Drax is absolutely hilarious in this movie. And one character that stood out more than any other, Yondu. Yondu's character arc in this movie is absolutely incredible. I mean, from start to finish, you understand his motivations and the reason why he did things the way he did, and the way his character ends up in this film is very satisfying as a moviegoer and is absolutely a joy to experience here. As a whole, Chris Pratt as Star-Lord's great. Gamora is awesome as usual. Nebula has a bit more of a larger role this time around, and I thought the character arc between her and Gamora is also very well done. There's not a whole lot in this movie that I can really say is bad about this movie. But if there's one nitpick I have, it's probably because the soundtrack is not as up to par as maybe the first film was. Now, that does not mean there's not good music in this film, because there's plenty of it. But I just felt like in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, there was a lot more music in it that I'd heard of. I mean, I'm not a big movie buff, or a music buff, I should say. So I was not fully aware of some of the music in this film, and some of the music in the first volume I had recognized a little more. But that's a very minor nitpick. Overall, this movie is absolutely incredible. Me and the group that I went with to see this film, we were laughing so hard, even in the parking lot after the film. We could not stop thinking about this movie and talking about it. It was probably the most fun I've had at a theater since the first Avengers film. That movie gave me goosebumps when I was out of that theater. And it's almost like an out-of-body experience. So I'm telling you, that 85% that this movie has on Rotten Tomatoes is an absolute joke. I don't know who in their right mind as a critic could see this movie and not absolutely enjoy the heck out of it. I will be very interested to be listening to the spoiler reviews of some of these critics and to find out what their reasonings are as to why they don't like this film. But this film, to me, I'm ecstatic about it. It's going to be very hard for Star Wars Episode 8 or Spider-Man or Thor or Justice League or Wonder Woman to even top this movie this year, in my opinion. And I don't give this rating out lightly. I feel like a lot of critics or, just fans here on YouTube like me, when they give out reviews of movies, to give it a high rating is to kind of give it a bit of a disservice, because if it's not absolutely incredible, you should not give it this. But I'm going to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Do not hesitate. Go see this movie as soon as you can. Marvel has hit a home run with this, and I am so thankful that James Gunn has decided to come back and write and direct Volume 3, I should say, in this series, and I cannot wait to see what he has in store. Make sure you stay through the credits of this film. There are 5 post-credit scenes, and every one of them are absolutely entertaining, and it keeps you engaged throughout the credits. And do not leave early. It'll be well worth your wait, and this film is absolutely incredible. I cannot rave about this enough. Go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 as soon as you can. Well, that'll just about do it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like what you saw here, please comment and like this video. And you can also subscribe to the Jailcast on YouTube by searching for Jailcast there. You can also find links in the description of this video for my Facebook and Twitter, or you can go to facebook.com/Jailcast, or you can find me on Twitter @EricJail. So, until next time, thank you for watching. God bless.